So before I got hired into here, that is something that Keem said. Keem said we are all a team, that I am safe here, and that he is going to protect me, and that it's nothing like Girl World. And since I've been here, it has drastically changed into the opposite direction. I am surprised I am still here, if we're being quite frank. So it's not about me controlling a narrative. It's about me being in a network where Keem promised me one thing, but something else is happening. To me, it feels sketchy. It feels skeevy. It feels unfair. That's not cool, Keem, because you promised me something that I'm not getting.
Hello and welcome back to the Gulags, and as you can see by the intro, Amberlynn is not happy. Amber has been pretty manic energy since last Sunday's crash out over Emily, which led to a week of her ass getting kissed on Lolcow Bus. But Friday night's episode of Lolcow Bus got a little interesting because Amberlynn is really unhappy that the Lolcow universe has their own reaction channel, Lolcow Glass. Now Amberlynn has been fighting with Zay Zooted, the host of Lolcow Glass and Rewind, since she got to the LCU. But now that Zay has created Lolcow Glass, things have seemed to get to a whole different level, and I got quite a crash out for you today. So let's get started.
It's 12 super chatted $20. Let Lolcow Glass in. There Amazinga.
Okay. You know what? We actually have some Lolcow Glass stuff to talk about. They're not in waiting. Chill out, all right? We do have some Glass stuff to talk about because, to be honest, like they talked about us a lot today, all right? They talked about us a lot today.
I don't watch like any show lately. No offense to any of them.
I'm trying to edit it out the best I can, but Scooter is dressed up as a baby. That's why he's sitting there shirtless. You don't want to see it, I promise. Also, keep in mind, he had a crash out at the beginning of the show that I'm not going to cover, but keep that in mind for when Amberlynn starts playing Victimlynn. No one knows what it's like to be me.
I mean, fair enough, but I mean, so look, we talked about this a little bit yesterday because you were like really defensive, I guess, at them existing in the universe, that channel existing and doing what they do. And Zay had some thoughts about that, and honestly, I agree with him because I kind of brought this up yesterday. I mentioned Tommy and Billy, but you know, Zay went through it as well. Like, you watched the LCU, you remember like nerds being under attack by every show back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Right, so let's listen to what she had to say.
Keep in mind, the LCU is built around messing with each other. To the point people, more specifically the host, start crashing out. Case in point, this episode started off with Scooter hysterically crying because he's being called a predator by somebody. I don't know. The lore seems deep. I'm not getting into it. Scooter is not a predator. He is an idiot. But of course, to Amberlynn, no one knows what it feels like to be attacked but her.
Anyone in the chat from the LCU remembers the whole dog water arc of me in the LCU when everybody called me dog water and talked shit about me on their shows, put me in their thumbnails and used me for content. It's not just you, Amber, but here's the thing. You came in and I just don't like you. So now I could do the same shit. And you can't act like you're not talking about me, like you haven't said anything about me on your show, like you haven't talked about Tina the same way she's talking about you, but then you're gonna cry and play victim about it. Don't dish it if you can't take it.
That's why I hopped in. That's why I hopped in, because like they were actively talking shit. Well, not they, but she was actively talking shit on Glass. And I'm like, okay, so we have the right to defend ourselves, do we not? Like, you can come in every fucking other show and talk your shit and cause fucking havoc, and it doesn't matter what's going on, whatever they have planned, be it sleep stream or what, and you just come and disrupt that, and that's completely fine.
And it's the way that Fupa was literally just trying to give us like our flowers, be like, you know, congratulations on like getting the channel monetized, and she's like, serve you. Like, what a hater ass. You can't even hear somebody saying positive about something else or somebody else.
And then like try to distract and like
Yes.
So okay. The big difference. There's a big difference. So everyone in the LCU talks about each other. And yes, sometimes there are a few hot commodities that are talked about a lot. The difference is her channel literally in the description pretty much says this is about Amberlynn Reid. Let's be real. That's like if we put in our description.
So out of curiosity, I went to Lolcow Glass's page and I looked up their description. This is what it says. The official Lolcow show for the girls. Lolcow Glass is a drama show focused on Girl World and the Lolcow universe. Expect breakdowns, reactions, timelines, and analysis of the biggest moments of Lolcow and girl culture. And yes, a big part of Girl World, the majority of it is focused on Amberlynn. You would think Amberlynn wouldn't mind there being an in-house reaction channel because even though that, yeah, they're still talking shit about her, that's going to be very clear when this episode starts rolling some more. they still have limits on what they can and can't talk about when it comes to Amberlynn. And hey, if the LCU already has a reaction channel, the next time Tommy, Emily, whatever you want to call her, decides to leak voice notes, she can just give it to them.
This is about the LCU and Reapers.
Okay,
Like, bro, what?
but
Like, that's Xylene's show. Like, do you
yes,
get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but like, you know, do you remember? You've watched the LCU. You remember like Milkers versus Queens? Like Milkers was
No,
literally
no,
just a
no.
Queens detractor channel.
No, but I get what you're saying, but not fully. Was that in the description? No, they're literally promoting that show as a reaction channel.
Well, you're
And
a much bigger star than like Queens was at that
I'm
time.
fully aware. I'm a much bigger star than Zay, a much bigger star than anybody. I mean,
I truly wonder if they were male reactors instead of Zay Zooted and Rosie from Jersey, if Amberlynn would care or not. Probably not. She definitely has an issue with women.
let's be real. Besides Tina, of course. Sorry. She's the biggest star
I
ever.
love Tina.
I have something to add to this. I don't
dear
understand
Lord,
why
that's
she's
love.
confused that there is a channel that's like is talking about her so much when there are dozens of reaction channels that have YouTube play buttons just talking about Amberlynn.
Mhm.
This is nothing new. This is nothing new. Why is she confused?
I think the thing is, she's trying to treat the LCU like it's her personal safe space.
Yes.
Like, she's trying to create the rules in this bitch. She thinks that she's above everybody else here. So she thinks that if
Press
she can
pause.
bar people from talking about shit that...
So before I got hired into here, that is something that Keem said. Keem said, we are all a team, that I am safe here, and that he is going to protect me, and that it's nothing like Girl World. And since I've been here, it has drastically changed into the opposite direction. I am surprised I am still here, if we're being quite frank. Scooter, imagine if it was you.
He's literally spent the entire beginning of this episode crying because he's so upset about how he's being treated and the things that are being said about him in the LCU. But yeah, Scooter, you wouldn't understand. She's a real famous person. You're just her host that she uses as a shield when it's convenient. And Amber, bosses lie. I'm sorry you were learning that at 35, but yeah, bosses will tell you whatever the fuck they want to get you to come into work.
I understand that the crash out you had earlier, like, I get it, it's valid. I've been there. I was there last night. I was crying, like, last night too, on, what was it, Fluff or something? So I'm fully aware. But imagine if it was that feeling every single day.
And look, I do understand that, and but I mean, to be honest, like at least in the bounds of the LCU, I'm kind of dealing with that. Like, you know, pretty much this week, you know, like I have people that would message me and be like, "X show's talking about you," and can I tell you that literally every show talked about me for like 3 days straight. Every single show talked about Scooter and the
3
the
days.
shit that I talked about. And look, I
Yeah,
understand.
3
I understand, and that's why I am. And this is gonna piss off a lot of people in the chat that I am sympathetic to you because I kind of on some level get it. Except I know you've got it times 20.
want them to talk about, she can control the narrative of how people here are thinking about her.
That's so real.
Yeah, because you can't talk about the past, you can't talk about the present. She has no future, so can't talk about that.
Shit,
That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said to her when I hopped in yesterday. I was like, bro, you're never, like, because she was like, oh, so you're allowed to hop in on my show? And I was like, girl, you're allowed to hop in on Glass. Nothing's stopping you. You just never fucking will because you can't control the narrative over there.
Press pause.
That's the end.
Oh, okay. So it's not about me controlling a narrative. It's about me being in a network where Keem promised me one thing, but something else is happening. To me, it feels sketchy. It feels skeevy. It feels unfair because there is no other LCU show that is about another person.
This is a constant trend in this episode where Amberlynn talks about how she's the only one being treated this way and then immediately gets provided examples and goes, yeah, but it's not the same. Or she doesn't even pay any attention at all. She's only focused on what she's saying. She's not listening to any conversations that are being had around her. She's upset and no one's taking it seriously, guys. She was promised the world and she's getting nothing but hate.
There isn't. I win that.
Again,
like, you can't take that from me.
Again, though, and we're gonna bring them in, guys, in just a second. I
And
promise.
Tina's
they're
the
waiting.
bigger star. Where the fuck is Tina's detractor channel inside of the LCU?
Okay.
Yes, there are detracting moments.
Milkers, back in the day.
Yes, there are detracting moments, but there is not a current show that in their description says, hi, we're here to react to Tina.
Can I just be brutally honest? because there's nobody worth reacting to other than you in the universe. You've got so much drama, so much controversy, so much stuff that falls. Who then?
Listen, I am being treated how I'm being treated in Girl World, where I am the lowest of the low, but yet there is a man here who faked fucking cancer.
And you have been faking a healthy relationship.
I mean, you're not wrong
I'm
there.
not the biggest. Let's be real for 2 seconds. I'm not the biggest star. I'm not the most controversial. I'm not racist. I'm not transphobic. I don't lie about illnesses.
Well, there are a few people that would argue on those 3 points against you, but we won't get into that, Amber. Go off, Queen. Tell them how you're the victim. Let's hear it.
I am not the biggest star, and I am not the most controversial. And I will stand 10 toes down on that.
But at the end of the day, you do get a certain something. I mean, you're on a show that literally rivals live and views every single night. That is easily the number 2 show, sometimes competing to be number 1. They're not 1,000 members.
And I don't know why. I don't know why.
You know why.
Amberlynn, I'm the biggest person here. Amberlynn again. I don't know why anyone would want to talk about me. I'm so boring, and there's so much more bigger names around here that have done way worser things than me that should be attacked all the time. But no, it's always me. Marsha.
What's going on, Lolcow Glass?
I would just like to start off by saying one thing. Amber, you lie like you eat spaghetti. That's enough.
What does that mean?
I have no idea because I can't tell you the last time I had spaghetti.
And now I present to the audience Literal Lynn.
We decided to come for a special crumble cookie delivery for Scooter's birthday.
Oh my
Happy
God.
birthday, Scooter.
Thank you.
I love a crumble cookie because
We know you love a crumble cookie.
I'm sexy
girl.
as
I'm actually really surprised she didn't immediately pull the card up. Oh, so you're making fun of my revenge corn?
in that video, girl.
You love a crumble
Sexy
cookie,
as
girl.
So Amberlynn's pretty pressed over the fact that your guys' channel exists in the universe and focuses a lot on her. I'm not going to say all the time because I've actually watched Glass most days.
I've never watched it, so I'm going
I've watched
based
it
off
most
of
days.
description, thumbnails, titles, and what everyone else says. So
Everything Amberlynn accuses other people of judging her for, by the way. I was watching Lolcow Glass yesterday, and there was like a 20-minute conversation about everyone's favorite RPG video games. It's not all about Amber all the time. Sure, she makes a good majority of it, but, I mean, come on. Who doesn't love to hate on Amberlynn Reid, right, Amberlynn? It's how you make your money, since you have not tried to cater to your babies once since joining the LCU.
But she's pretty pressed about the fact that you guys existing and literally having in your description that it's the Girl World channel, you're reacting to Amberlynn and Foodie and all that. So, like, what is your guys' response to that, I guess?
What's wrong with being a Gore World reaction channel? I thought you loved people reacting to you, Amber. And when you first came in, you said, okay, I'm here for accountability. Then you said, okay, not on my own show. Don't talk shit to me on my own show. Then you said they could do it on other shows. Now we're doing it on another show, and that's still a problem.
And now that's a problem.
is there any other LCU show that's like just directly about like Tina or Boogie? No, it's weird.
Yeah,
It gives...
there was. So
there was,
Milkers
though.
was about Tina.
There wasn't. I watched
Let her
it.
finish. Let her finish,
it.
Amberlynn. Let her finish.
I watched it. They were against each other a lot. Yes, they fought. But it wasn't like promoted as that, like what you guys are doing. And if anything, Zay, I'm more mad at Keem than you about this. Because Keem is the boss. And if he tells you to stop, you kind of have to. And he hasn't said that at all. He's okaying this. So if anything, I am more mad at him. I mean, make a buck, baby girl. You're monetized because of me. Like, I love that for you.
This is the third time she's been reminded, no, there's been other LCU shows that have talked about other hosts. You're not the only one. And immediately it's, no. I was there. It didn't happen. I was still watching LCU content when that Mafia Milker show first started, and it was 100% a show dedicated to hating Tina. It had all of Tina's detractors on there.
I mean, you can think so, but a lot of the
putting
videos
more
that
money
have
in the LCU.
Actually,
Boogered
the
hair,
video,
bitch.
in fact, Amber, the video that has the most views is Miss
It's
Fupa
Fupa's.
Cheese.
It's
She is the
Fupa's.
queen of Lolcow Glass.
The reason
Real
why
shit.
is because you guys talked about me in there. Fupa is
No,
my
they love
co-host.
Fupa.
No, we didn't.
We are
Imagine if I
friends.
went on your show. Imagine if I went on Glass. That
Well,
would even get higher views.
Fupa, what did you guys talk about when you were on Glass?
Well, baby girl, go on the show then. I thought you just said, let's bring some more money into the LCU. Come on, do your job, girl. Also, side note, I don't think I clipped any of it, but there's talk that Fupa Cheese is going to be gone after March 1st. And while I don't dislike her, I think when they're having actual conversations, she's actually pretty interesting to listen to. That being said, she really doesn't bring much to the show. I have noticed she just kind of sits there quiet a lot most of the time if she's not screaming at Amber. I slogged through that Valentine's Day stream they did last night, and Fupa went hours without saying a word. Scooter can go too, but he seems to be the new Alexis in Amberlynn's world, meaning she's utterly obsessed with him agreeing with her at all times. And if not, it's straight to the unemployment line, or in how the LCU works, he's going to get put on a show at 4 a.m. like Sweet Tea.
We talked about kind of like her major controversies. They asked a little bit
major
about
controversies?
Mine.
Amber's.
Okay. I mean, that kind of backs what Amberlynn's saying here is, Fupa went over there and they loved her because, again, we're talking about controversies relating to Amberlynn.
At that point, we dipped our toes in it.
Fupa.
We also weren't allowed to talk about Emily at that point either. So.
And if you look at the comment section, what they loved about Fupa was that they actually got to hear her sit down and have a conversation with people. They got to hear her talk a little bit more and not just be screaming, because at the time, nobody had heard that
At Conqueso09 super chatted $20. No, the neck smells like her most loved perfume, diabetes.
I don't have diabetes.
Well,
Not
okay.
even pre-diabetic.
Now, I do just want to say this because you guys did a neck check on Glass.
Didn't you soft launch your diabetes like a couple minutes ago
hold
when
on.
you were like, I'm insulin resistant?
That's not diabetes.
Wait, did you say you're
Sorry,
insulin resistant?
that's not even pre-diabetic.
It's that part.
That's not even pre-diabetic, baby girl.
Okay.
You need to learn some medicals.
But
I didn't say you're
learn the
pre-diabetic.
medicals.
I said you're soft launching your diabetes
I'm not even pre-diabetic, and I've shown the paperwork for it.
I never said you're pre-diabetic.
Love when I show
go ahead,
paperwork
Stuart.
and
Go ahead.
proof. Sorry, I'm gonna win this.
She did do a
I don't know
neck
why you
check,
guys are
by the
here.
way, and her neck does not have the diabetes neck.
Yeah, but you know what it did have?
You know what?
It was bright
Scooter, why
red
don't
from
you
all that
show the
scrubbing she was
DMs?
doing.
Why don't you show the DMs where I literally told you guys I'm gonna fucking put makeup as a prank? You can show it if you want.
Remember, folks, this is her winning.
If that's true. I don't need to show the DMs, I'll just say that's true.
You can ask Keem and Mike
There's other
and Fupa.
videos. There's other screen grabs from not even on the show. Where you have
bedbound and really fucking disgusting. Yeah, go
she's
for
doing
it.
the
Show
thing
it,
again,
bitch.
guys. You think we're making her
I don't
mad?
give a fuck. Literally don't give a fuck. All you have is me, baby girl. All you have is me, baby girl. I'm so glad that I am the center of your universe.
But they talk about Foodie too.
Foodie. We talked about Eugenia Cooney. We're gonna be doing a whole deep dive on the other members of the LCU,
Fupa
Tina.
says she doesn't like something that y'all
Wonder
do.
Woman,
Fupa, why don't you tell them since they're up here?
We're literally doing a deep dive on Zay.
No, but everyone's scared of everyone around here.
There is
our whole point that we were trying to make with that is just that we talk about other people. We talk about drama in the LCU.
bro.
We talk about other channels, other channels dramas that have nothing to do with your big ass. All right, let's be so for
I get
real.
that, but don't be dumb.
At
You're promoting it as an
super
Amberlynn
chatted
channel.
$20.
The spaghetti story. So the spaghetti story was about a 14-year-old girl who lived in a neglectful home, and they're making fun of that. When she finally got spaghetti, she ate too much. Gotcha.
Oh, she's doing it again. Oh, are you talking about foster children? You're talking about foster children. Oh, just gonna bring up foster children. No, Amber, they're talking about you in a statement that was made by your Aunt Tammy that you didn't even recognize until someone had to send in a super chat to give you the reference for you now to complain about.
You mean when you made fun of me throwing myself out of a car?
I sure did, because you were coming for mine, BPD bitch. I wouldn't come for yours if you didn't come for mine. Point blank period. I'm not gonna respect someone who doesn't respect me. I'm gonna win this.
I didn't
go to
come
your
for
own
your
little
BPD at all. I just said you don't have
You're
it.
gonna win this
That's
to
it.
convince yourself.
Right.
Bro,
It's like
I'm gonna win. The haters will say that you got the W because they do it out of spite, bro.
Scooter, I have a really good idea. I have a really good idea for a dono goal. since Shorty decided to like get a cake because we all know she's gonna eat it as soon as the
At
stream ends.
Clock
I think
super
she.
chatted
Oh,
I'm not gonna eat it.
$19.99. Or getting pressed Chino Queen.
How about that, bitch? Does it look like I'm gonna fucking eat it?
Damn.
I'm on a fucking diet,
even
bitch.
though you just squished your little sausage fingers in it, I still think there should be a donal goal to make her
Pick
put that
them
shit
or
in
I
her
leave.
face.
You know
Pick them
what?
or I leave.
You know
Pick
what?
them or I
Still eat
leave.
that later, don't I?
Genuinely.
Amberlynn and I both have cake, so if we get up to we're at 76 members right now. If we
I'm
get
not
to
putting it in my fucking face. I'm gonna throw it in the
will
fucking
you do
trash.
it for me? If it, if I do it?
No, fuck you, Scooter.
Wait, no, why the fuck me? I've had your back here, dude. She's taking off. If we get 100 members, I'll smash my cake and I'll make Amberlynn use whatever cake she has left and smash our face for my fucking
I'm
birthday,
not
Amberlynn.
putting it on
For
my
my
face.
birthday.
I'm not putting it on my face. 3 shows started at the same time.
Yeah.
Y'all's were one. You're the only one that's monetized.
Okay.
Well, you
no.
should also account
thank
the
you.
fact that I'm the only one who is a pre-established host in this universe.
That
Look,
doesn't
no.
fucking matter. Your rewind is boring as fuck. It's failing. Pit rocks. bitch.
Don't squish Romeo. Don't squish Romeo.
I don't know. Does this look like the face of someone who's winning right now? Another side note, last night on that Valentine's Day stream, Keemstar gave them a video of Amberlynn throwing Romeo onto a wall and him splattering across it. I bet I can't play it because of TOS. It was actually pretty graphic, but I don't know. It is pretty funny to watch her getting so worked up that she starts cleaning manically. Yeah, totally winning, Amber. You're totally winning.
Now,
what you know about that?
Okay, no, Amberlynn, you're not gonna clean during the show. Like, you can wait like the rest of us to clean after the show.
I genuinely am cracking up about the fact that Fuba's fake has.
Can you please address Amber saying Scooter drinking from a bottle and using a pacifier would be hot? Dressing like a baby/toddler is hot to you? Even joking about that is a bit appalling.
To have her back on that,
I didn't. All kinds of nonsensical shit.
And what I will say is, after she saw me in the diaper, she's like, "Oh yeah, no, there's no chance we're fucking at fat camp." She did say that.
Well, we'll let you have a happy birthday, Scooter. We can see we've already upset the bear a little bit. So,
W for me.
W's okay.
Fat, phobic, ugly booger.
Here's what I'll.
Fucking whore.
W's or L's for glass. I won't do a poll, but I'll let you guys all speak. W's or L's for glass.
Moon face?
Well, it's not my fault you do fucking drugs, bitch. Bye.
I mean, I see.
Bye. By the way, you know food can also be an addiction.
So,
bye, Addict Lynn.
I'm A, not going to fat camp, and B, Fupa fucking failed this show, and I'm about to break fucking our meeting notes right fucking now.
Remember,
bitch.
everyone, she's winning. That's why she's throwing someone's drug abuse and ED in their face and threatening not to go to fat camp. And now we're breaking NDA. It's because she's winning. She's a winner. This is what winning looks like.
Sorry, I'm late. Somebody told me you needed me.
Yeah, I don't want a reaction channel in this community or I'm gone. So figure it out. That's not cool, Keem, because you promised me something that I'm not getting. And that is like a place outside of fucking girl world. I fucking hate it here right now.
I feel like you're making a valid fucking point. I agree with you. I actually agree with you.
Look on her face.
Are you serious? I'm gonna cry. Really? I thought I was gonna have to fight.
Well, no, I do agree with you, but also
But it's not fair. Like, genuinely, it's not fair. Like, they're only monetized because they talk shit against me. They're planning on buying pants that are my size, making fun of my fucking lymphedema. They're buying bed bugs even though I don't fucking have it, or they're gonna turn into a bed bug.
What I will so much and wonders why she can't get along with her coworkers. You're literally trying to get them fired, Amber. This whole conversation is you trying to get someone fired because you're upset with what they're saying. Yet you're the one who also constantly complains that you're the one who ends up silenced.
They talk shit about everything that I do, and it's like it's none of their fucking business. How am I the fucking main host in this bullshit LCU, bro? I don't want to be the main one. I want to be on a stupid show like Fluff.
Just let me have the floor here. I agree with you. You're right to feel the way you feel. However, when Scooter fucks up,
she was talking earlier about how I don't get special treatment. I'm treated like everyone else in the LCU, and now she's being treated like everyone in the LCU, and it's a problem. And quite frankly, Keemstar is a businessman before all else. And if this show, Lolcow Bus, was actually making money like the way he projected it to, there wouldn't be a in-house reaction channel without a doubt. But the fact is, and I know I didn't clip this show has been making less money this month than it did last month with Sweet Tea. One of the reasons why Fupa's probably going to get changed out. I think Scooter should be the one who leaves. I don't know necessarily, like, that tech guy was cool and I did like how he flowed with the show, but they need someone who can keep the conversations moving, and he can't.
Everybody in the LCU is as a detractor to Scooter. When Fupa fucked up, that IRL shit came out on Fupa, everybody in the LCU was a detractor on Fupa. It just
And I'll even say it. I called Keem and cried.
She has no interest in this conversation now that she knows she's not going to get her way and get Lolcow glass taken off the air. She does not care. It's her misery only. She doesn't care that other people on the network have been through the same things. Amberlynn doesn't care about anyone other than Amberlynn and, of course, Tommy.
I think I'm having a heart attack.
Breathe, relax.
My heart is beating out of rhythm.
Okay.
Look, some people are going to support Zay and Jersey because they don't like you, and other people will see them as them just doing a clout grab, you know?
But it's not, it's like I can't escape any of this anywhere I go.
No shit. I can't escape from being Keemstar. You can't escape from being Amberlynn Reid. Scooter cannot escape from being Scooter. Fupa cannot escape from being Fupa. We are who we are.
People are treating me as if I'm like fat, yes. Like I'm the biggest host here, I'm not. Like I'm the most controversial, I'm not. Like I'm the biggest lighter, I'm not. Boogie and everyone else, bro. I'm just a fucking nobody. Like,
I agree with you, but here's the thing. Boogie quit giving a fuck. You still care. So people can get your ass. You're crying right now.
I guess one of the things I always have a really hard time believing is after all these years, and it's been very clear Amberlynn has really made no changes in her life, why she still cares that people call her out on her bullshit. Because it's very obvious by the way she lives her own life that she doesn't care. She just needs to own or make peace with the fact that she's not the good person that she believes she is, and that she's okay with that, because by her own actions, she is proving that she is okay with how she is. This is going to sound a little dramatic, but I think it's very fitting for this situation going on. I was watching this true crime show one time, and it was talking about pathological liars and how that it's more important for them to maintain a lie than actually admit that they're lying, because if they admit that they're lying, it breaks their own reality, which is more important to them than actually coming forth with the truth.
When you crash out on camera, you let everyone know what your weak points are, and they're going to keep poking them.
but that's not normal. That makes people inhuman then. Point blank period.
No.
I have empathy. It's clear a lot of people don't. I should get a percentage of that show, point blank.
You're not going to.
I know, because I suck. I deserve a lot. Don't get it anything.
Once again, Amberlynn is getting shown she has some type of support network. Granted, they're just there supporting her because, you know, they want to keep making money off of her, which is whatever, and not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is she's getting offered really solid advice from people who've been through the similar situations, and because no one's agreeing with exactly what she wants and how she wants it to be said, it doesn't matter. That conversation goes on for like a whole nother 10 minutes, but it's very clear she's checked out, so there's no point of even covering it. The last thing I want to cover is it's very clear that Amberlynn and Zay Zuda do not get along, and Amberlynn does not like her. And in the last like 10 minutes of the Friday night's episode of Lolcow Bus, not only does Amberlynn embarrass herself, but she also contradicts herself in real time. And the chat calls her out for it, and she starts crashing out. Because, you know, Amberlynn can never confront people when they're face to face with her, but as soon as they leave, she has all kinds of shit to say. And the shit she had to say at the end of the episode was she decided to take shots at Zay Zudit again, but this time she started to focus on the fact that Zay Zudit has a history that involves sex work. And the conversation goes how you expect it would. Amber starts crashing out.
Doesn't Zay do like humiliation?
Oh god. Well, okay, you know, it's already been outed, so I guess we can talk about it. It makes me uncomfortable.
Do not start sticking up for her.
No. Dude, this is hard for me, dude. I met Zay Zudit.
And people come for me. That dumb
Okay.
bitch has to do that for money.
Well, she
Pathetic.
makes okay. So what I will say is, she doesn't get like peed on, so to speak. She makes other people like pee or poop on themselves. So
That is disgusting.
Scooter, aren't you supposed to be pissing in your diaper?
we did not get a red donut, but I do have to pee again.
I'm
So if we
not
get
gonna
one,
sex
7
work
minutes.
shame because I love a sex worker, so no shame here. And I love a stripper and I love all that type of deals. But what I do find disgusting is making men shit on themselves. And if anyone doesn't think that's gross, then you're a weirdo.
Amberlynn says that as Scooter is dressed up as a baby with a pacifier and diaper, and they're taking donation goals for him to piss in his pants. This might be the fastest time Amberlynn has contradicted herself on this live stream so far. I mean, just in this episode, she contradicts herself all the time. We know that. And of course, when chat starts calling her out for it, she immediately starts to gaslight and be like, no, you're the ones who are weird.
I mean, yeah, you're kind of.
Sex work for the win all the way, but not when it comes to that. Sorry, there are certain kinks that are fucking disgusting and judged. AKA, you guys fucking judge a kink all the time. You judge a fetish all the time. That is not my girlfriend, even though you think it is, but you judge it all the time. So stop being fucking hypocritical bitches.
Hypocritical bitches, you say? Kind of like you in this clip right here?
No idea. What Colleen did was for work. The things that you guys see was adult content because Colleen had no way to make money. Sorry.
No, it's
And
real.
Emily helped Colleen lose weight behind the scenes. Emily was the best thing that happened to Colleen. Colleen's family said that. But this is shit that, like, I was never supposed to say out loud because it's too personal and it gets too personal. But the things that you guys see, it looks bad. I can literally sit here and be like, whoa, that looks bad. Same way that people get shit on for, like, literally physical poop on their chest. Or, like, the same way that, like, Zay used to do sex work. Batgirl gets pissed on. Weird things like that. Sometimes people just do these things strictly because it's like, I need to make money.
Funny how Zay's past was perfectly fine with Amber when she needed it to justify Emily and Colleen's relationship and the fact that Emily and Colleen did fetish content together. Feeder content, as Colleen was literally in a hospital because of being morbidly obese to the point she couldn't take care of herself. Feederism can be very dangerous for a fetish. There's quite a few episodes of My 600-Pound Life where the person on the show was a feedie, or did fetish content like that, and how difficult it was for them to change their lifestyle because not only do they have a food addiction, but they're also making their living filming this content. And girl, how are you going to call someone weird when your girl literally gets off on women in oxygen masks on their deathbeds? Like, be so for real. All right, this is getting pretty long, so I'll end it here. I'm Rin. And this has been the Gulags. I'll see you on the next upload.